everybody is looking for peace and happiness.
Yes.
They want peace and happiness. So how do you get it? How do you achieve it? So that's why Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita. Unless you get connected to me, you cannot achieve it. He says that Nastir buddhi yuktasya nachayuktasya bhavna nachavata shantira shantasya kuta sukham. Without shanti, without peace, there is no sukh, there is no happiness.
When the Guru is about to enter or appear into your life, do you feel some sort of energy shifts?
It is said, Yasya prasada, Bhagavad prasado. It said, the Guru enters your life when Krishna is very merciful. When Krishna is merciful, God is merciful, Guru enters your life. And when Guru is merciful, you get Krishna.
What actually increases the patrata to have the divine consciousness and to have the Krishna consciousness within?
How you become eligible for? The Krishna says, Ye yatha mam prapadante tastevam bhajamayam. He says clearly in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the amount of your surrender will be reciprocated with the same degree of my love to you. So, Antakal jo simre Narayan badat Trilochan. This is by a Trilochan, the 7th Trilochan. He says, Antakal jo simre Narayan, aisi chinta mein jo mare, pitambar taake hriday vase.
Every soul comes on this earth with a purpose. But do you really think the purpose which we consider as our own is really the one? Can it happen that our life takes an unknown turn with the divine intervention of our Guru? Is it really possible that your Guru can spot you from among the thousands and millions of people and can bless you with the divine blessing of the Supreme Lord Himself? We are going to uncover the hidden and we are going to discover the karma theory, the theory of higher consciousness. So I suggest you watch this podcast till the end and do not skip the video, because here we are going to discover new aspects of spiritualism and new aspects of divine consciousness. Hi friends, you are watching the English series of Speaking Tree, The Mystic Mind, and I'm with you, your host and friend, Madhavi. We are blessed indeed to have a very divine personality among us today. And I would like to welcome very warmly Her Grace Radhika Mataji. A very warm welcome on Speaking Tree today.
Thank you for inviting.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and I can say that your divine grace is already there, and I can sense it. We can sense the positivity over here within our studio. So we are blessed indeed to have you here.
Thank you. I'm also very pleased to meet you. Haribol.
My first question would be what is a divine power? Is it the state of higher consciousness, or is this some spiritual power that lies within or around us?
A very good question indeed. The divine power is coming from the most powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's His power. So that's the divine power. And it's the consciousness as well. That is where you are going to purify your consciousness. So when Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he named the society as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So it was not God consciousness, it was not just Krishna, it was not the Krishna's devotees. He named it Krishna consciousness. So a society was built up where the people with Krishna consciousness will be developed. So where their hearts and their souls will be surrendered to the Supreme Lord, where in their consciousness the Supreme Lord will remain. So that's the divine power. So when your consciousness is totally engrossed in this, that is actually the spiritual world we are talking about. Because when we talk about the divine power, you cannot just be, the spirituality cannot be left alone.
Yes.
It's connected, it's there. So you see, the spiritual world is the world much higher above than this material world. This material world is only full of whatever, like we say, it's dirt, garbage. But people think, oh, it's very beautiful. Indeed, you can make it beautiful, provided you are connected to the higher divine. You're connected to that divine, your life becomes beautiful. You will be, like Prabhupada said, chant and be happy. So, what does we want in this material world? We want happiness. Everybody is looking for peace and happiness.
Yes.
They want peace and happiness. So, how do you get it? How do you achieve it? So, that's why Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita. Unless you get connected to me, you cannot achieve it.
Wow.
He says that Nastir buddhi yuktasya nachayuktasya bhavna nachavata shantira shantasya kuta sukham. Without shanti, without peace, there is no sukh, there is no happiness. So that divine power, you actually attract. That's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His power. Because it says here, the Shakti and the Shaktiman, they are not different, they're same. So when you speak the word Krishna, Krishna appears himself. If you are pure, your heart is pure, your mind is pure, you're sincere, you chant his name and he appears on your tongue. He is there. He is in three forms. Like one people say, oh, he is Brahma Jyoti, like it's all light. Of course, it's the effulgence of his body. He says that millions of suns, the effulgence from the millions of suns actually comes from his body itself. So that's there. And then some say he is Paramatma. He is everywhere. Of course, he is everywhere. So some see him in the form of Paramatma who is residing in our hearts. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I reside in your heart. I am there with you always. But how will you see me? How will you know me? Unless you are purified, you cannot see me. You cannot know me. And then he is in his Bhagavan form, residing in his loka as well. He has his own Goloka. He is there, residing there. Because he confirms this in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. That look for a place where when you go and don't come back, you will not come back. Ye yathama, he says there, that place is my dham, my place. So when you come there, there is no need for you to go back then. You'll be residing there. So that is how it is. So those who actually understand Bhagavan, they understand what Brahma Jyoti is, they understand who Paramatma is, because they know the complete package, that's Krishna himself, the Bhagavan. So that is important for us to understand. So he is the divine, he is the one behind everything. He says, I am the cause of the causes. In fact, I'm not letting you speak anything now.
I'm listening. I'm so much into it. I'm just receiving all the knowledge and all the inside the divine knowledge. So I'm on the receiving mode right now, and I believe, that no words are required when we are going with this flow.
Yeah, Krishna says that I'm the cause of all the causes. So who understands this is very intelligent. So who would not want to be intelligent? So intelligence doesn't mean that you are you have achieved so many degrees, you have done PhDs and MBAs. But the real knowledge is, the real intelligence comes when you get connected to the Supreme Lord, that divine. So that is there. So one has to purify their consciousness. You have to actually make your consciousness Krishna conscious.
So, ma'am, we are talking about the Krishna consciousness here. And when we were discussing off the camera, so we were discussing about the journey that you yourself were a fashion designer and you are completely now in a very different zone. You are just Krishnamay currently, if I'm putting it aptly. So I would like to know, for a normal seeker, for a person who's completely occupied in day-to-day, chaos, the worldly chaos that we usually experience in our lives. If the Krishna consciousness get awakens within, how does it happen? And is the Krishna calling you from within, or does some sort of mystical signs or some universe give you the signs that the Krishna is about to come and enter into your life?
You see, different people experience different way. And as you know, my background is I was a fashion designer, totally engrossed in the material world, and I was a successful fashion designer. And talking about the years like 90s, and I had finished my designing in 1980, or it was 84, 85, and then I opened up my own business, and I was very successful in those days. There were hardly any you would find designers at that time, and being quite successful. And I was totally, when you are successful, you are totally in the material world. You have so many people around you. You have money. You have you're surrounded by people. You're surrounded by so-called friends.
Yes.
And then you hardly have any time for anything else. You're being carried away by the flow of your life, and you're totally engrossed. Unless something hits you. And that moment actually comes in everybody's life when they lose someone very dear to them. And that happened in my life as well.
Oh.
So I lost my father in the year 1998. So he was 65 at that time, and it was very sudden. And I was very, very, very close to him. But then, till then, so-called people say I'm religious. Yeah, I was religious. We say that. I used to do the routine, what we do, everybody does. Most of the people, they do. Like in the morning, getting up, reading, doing your part. I belong to a Sikh family. So in our house, it was doing the part early in the morning, and then doing your whole day, you are busy with your work then. So I was put into that habit by my mother itself. And going to school, before going to school even, I used to do like 15 minutes of part. Going to bed, I used to do. So she had trained me that way. So ours was a God-fearing family. So I was trained that way. But then when I lost him, at that time, some questions, they hit me the very night. The same moment, because I was praying very hard when he was put into ICU. I remember so well. I didn't speak to anyone. I took a corner in the hospital lobby, and I sat down and I chanted what I had heard in the Gurbani. So I was chanting Vaheguru for at least 3.5 hours. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, early morning, and the doctors pronounced that he is no more with us. So at that time, I don't know how my consciousness actually changed at that time. I became a seeker. I had a lot of questions. The 3 questions that came up to my mind immediately were, who is God? Why are we born? Why did we come together as a family, and when we lose someone, we get separated. And that separation brings so much of grief and pain in your life.
Yes, indeed.
So that pain, why does this happen? Why, if there is a God, why does he want us to be in pain? So that was the question. First was, who is God? I want to know who God is. Then why does the pain come in life? Why do we get separated? That means we can defy the higher authority if we do not produce children. That was the question in my mind at that time. Because I could see today my father is lying here and I'm crying. Next, I will be lying here, my children will cry. So we are making a chain of it. Isn't that divine power making us a fool? We are becoming a fool, We are fools. So that hit me in my mind. And why are we born? What is the purpose of human life? My father, he had a very nice life. He was very affluent. We had a big business, an exporter. And then the thought came to me when he was lying there. The thought came to me, what is the use of those big factories and big offices he had? Where he's gone now. So what was the purpose? Why did he make such a big empire and he's no more there now? So that hit me. This cannot be the purpose of human life. If we have to leave it, because I was not seeing death like it was. I had seen death earlier also in my family. So many had gone. But that moment, losing him was like a thunderbolt. Yes. That was there. So I had these 3 questions. And I was asking my sister, I have elder sisters. I was asking my eldest sister, she's 8 years older to me, asked my mother, my father's body is lying there, but I'm asking these questions to them. Nobody was able to answer. They all said, it's nature, it's natural, one has to go. So you just calm down. There's nothing new in this. But I said, no, I want the answers. But you won't believe it. Sometimes the detachment people do get is very, they say it's Falgu detachment, that it's unreal. You get a temporary, momentary detachment.
Yes.
You go to a crematorium, you get detached at that time. The moment you're out with the friends and the family, everything is forgotten.
Yes.
So, but that did not happen with me.
So,
I did not forget.
Resonated that time.
Yeah. I did not forget. I resorted to all these scriptures I had at home. I had a Guru Granth Sahib with me. I started going around searching for such literature, My husband's grandmother, she had a Bhagavad Gita. I grabbed that from her. I looked into all the scriptures I had at that time. I could get the access to. And I was listening to a lot of kirtan, a lot of, bhajans. The whole day became like that. I would do that. I had no interest in my business. I had 2 children. I have 2 children. They were young at that time. But then I became very, in solitude I wanted to be. They could feel their mother was not the same now. But then my husband supported me. He did not think that I had gone mad. People would think, oh, she's gone mad. Why is she doing so? I was supposed to be highly fashionable. I was supposed to be the icon in my family to the trendsetter for the fashion, because I would design dresses for people.
Yes.
But now I had completely become so simple, and I was searching the answers. And then my husband supported me. He said, I will take you wherever you want to go. So we went to different places, not going into all the details, but then the moment came, I got the answers, who God is, why are we born, what is the purpose of human life. All the answers came to me.
So where did you get those answers and from whom?
Yeah, that was again a story. We had decided to go to Vrindavan for not any other purpose. It was not a pilgrimage for me. I wanted to meet an astrologer. And I wanted to know where my father has gone and what happens after death. I just wanted to know, where has he gone? Will I ever meet him again? Can he tell me? If his astrology is so powerful, can he tell me that? So I went for that, to meet an astrologer in Mathura. But Krishna had his plans.
Yeah.
So that astrologer was not at home. I didn't meet him. Then I told the driver, said, we have a lot of time. So would you like to go somewhere? So I said, we don't know. Even my husband, it was his first time to Vrindavan or like Mathura even. So he said, okay, I'll take you around. There is a very nice temple. I said, I want to go to somewhere very spick and span and clean. And I don't want to go into the, the streets, narrow streets and all. I don't like the crowds. And it was Sunday. And the Banke Bihari said, there is one Banke Bihari temple, but it will be very, very crowded. I said, no, I don't want to go into any crowds. So he said, there is another temple. There is that was called the Angrezon Ka Mandir.
Okay.
So he said, I'll take you there. That's very neat and tidy and very beautiful. I said, okay, let's go there. So we reached there. And I don't know how Krishna had planned. There was a devotee standing right there at the gates. He said, you have come for the first time? We said, yes. He took us around. He took us to Prabhupada's Samadhi. He took us to the deities' altars. Then he took us inside where Prabhupada actually gave up his body. The quarters of Prabhupada, where he resided. So he took us inside there. So we went there, and then as he was telling me about Prabhupada, so as he was telling me, the answers were coming to me. I said, yes, this is the place.
So answers were coming from within?
It was like he was telling me the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And then I said, yes, this is the place. I will get every answer from here now. And then he said clearly that you have to chant to purify your body. I said, yeah, I want to chant. So he was telling me. And then I said, okay, we'll start chanting. He said, please stay for the Aarti in the evening. It was 10 o'clock in the morning, 15th of May, 1999.
You still remember the date?
Yeah, it was very hot. And then he said, stay for the aarti in the evening. I looked up to my husband and he said, yeah, we can stay. I said, okay. Then whole day we spent in the temple.
Oh.
And we were chanting. Then the kirtan had, in the evening the aarti happened. And then it was like Krishna reciprocating with you. That's Radha Shyam Sundar is very beautiful there. And then myself and my husband, we both started chanting, took a bead bag from there, bought it, and started chanting there, and then the very first day itself. And then it was not looking back. Then we came back, we live in Delhi, so we went to the temple. I became a regular, both of us became very regular at the temple. We met our Guru Maharaj there then, His Holiness Gopal Krishnaswamy Maharaj. So both of us met him, and then it was like, whenever I met him, whenever I spoke to him, listened to his lectures, listened to him, it was like my father back in my life, frankly. And he was totally just like my father. He would speak to me. He really took care of me like my father did. I was a very loved one in my home, and I became very loved one there as well. And then it was like when I heard him, and I would remember something from the Guru Granth Sahib even that would come to my mind, and I would just speak that out as well. If a verse from the Bhagavad Gita would come, and I would say something similar to that as well from the Granth Sahib.
Yes.
So then it happened that my journey, again, it was like the importance of the Guru in life. That is important. So that I understood. And it was Krishna again guiding you. And then Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita.
So what were the words that you just quoted? They were in Guru Granth Sahib, and the same version was there in the Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, it is there. Because I learned it in ISKCON, I learned it that unless you chant, you cannot purify. So that's what in the Bhagavad Gita it is there. In ISKCON, when you go, we talk about it. Cheto darpanam marjanam bhamma davagni nirvapanam. That cleanse your heart. Clean your heart. Your heart is full of dirt. It's lust, anger, greed. There. Jealousy is there. Irsha. These are all there. These are all vices in your heart. And your heart is so dirty. So you need to clean it. So that's what even the Guru Granth Sahib, Shri Granth Sahib starts with this, the Japji Sahib. It clearly says there, Mutapaliti kapade, de sabun laiyo, de bariye mat papan ke sang udope, name ke rang. So with the holy name only, you can actually eradicate all the vices from your heart. Clean your heart. You can clean your body with soap and water. You can clean your dirty clothes, soiled clothes with soap and water. But what about your dirty mind?
Yeah.
How will you clean it?
So divine.
That only the holy name can clean it. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says there. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Japa yagyasmi, says, I am the japa. With japa, you will clean yourself. And that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji says. So it was like similarities there. And that really attracted me. So it was what I had learnt in the Guru Granth Sahib. I was practicing here. It became like that. I could really relish it. And when the three questions that I said in the beginning that came into my mind, then I learned here that in the Vedanta Sutra, this is the first line of Vedanta Sutra, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Those who are the candidates for spiritual world, they get this Athato Brahma Jigyasa in them. That's Athato Brahma Jigyasa means, who am I? Why have I come here? And where have I to go now? That is our journey. So that is actually, this is the Vedanta Sutra. And the answers, I was searching, they were in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, and the similar you will find in the Guru Granth Sahib as well.
So ma'am, you just quoted Athato Brahma Jigyasa. And does it happen that it awakens within? You feel, you get that curiosity, you get that jigyasa.
When you actually purify your mind by chanting, when you actually are now have the questions, and I asked this question to my Guru Maharaj. I asked him that why I am here. This grief in my life could have taken me to more deeper into the material world. People often you have heard when they are in grief or when they have pain in their heart, they go to the hotels and clubs.
Yes.
They sit there, they drink, and they are among family, so-called family and so-called friends. They think, oh, then we can actually, our grief we'll get relief from our grief. But then this pain of grief, they want to actually get rid of that. They think they will get rid of that when they are in the hotels and clubs or watching movies or sitting with friends. Then why this did not happen with me? So I asked this question to my Guru Maharaj. He was himself double MBA, you know.
Wow.
He did first MBA from Sorbonne University, Paris in 1965. Second, he did from Montreal.
Oh.
And he was born to a British naval officer in Delhi. And he had a big house, palatial house in Jorbagh. He was born in a very affluent family, only son with 2 sisters. Then he was searching for this Krishna. He was searching for how to actually, what is the purpose of human life? He himself was searching for that. And he found that in America. When he met Srila Prabhupada in Canada, he got it. So I asked my Guru Maharaj, I said, why is it that I did not go into the material world more deeper? Why I am here? He said, because when you have more punyas in your life, more pious activities than the sins, then it's tended that you will turn more towards spirituality.
So you will feel more and more inclination towards it?
Spirituality.
Yeah.
Provided your sins are lesser and your punyas are upper, the pious deeds, and it can be accumulated throughout a journey of previous births as well. So it happens that way.
Wow. Ma'am, you just quoted Gopal Krishnaswamy Maharaj, and the way you were putting his name, I can already feel that divinity that was emanating from him. So I would like to know, for my audience, because we keep reading the comments of our audience, and they are very much curious to know, how to get the Guru in your life. So my question is, when the Guru is about to enter or appear into your life, do you feel some sort of energy shifts? Or is there any sort of experience, okay, now my negative karmas are getting dissolved and some spiritual power is going to enter into my life? Does it happen?
You see, for me it was very unknowingly everything happening. It is said, Yasya prasada, Bhagavad prasado. It said, the Guru enters your life when Krishna is very merciful. When Krishna is merciful, God is merciful, Guru enters your life. And when Guru is merciful, you get Krishna.
What a correlation.
Yeah, it is there. It says in the Gurbani, Guru seve te Thakur jane. Those who serve their Guru, they can understand Krishna. They can only understand the Thakur. So they get the access to Thakur. That's the same in what we sing every day in ISKCON. So that to get the mercy of the spiritual master, you get Krishna. And how do you get the mercy? When Krishna is very happy, pleased upon you, he sends the Guru in your life. So these things, actually this philosophy I came to know later. Guru came in my life earlier to this. It was that it was a very divine experience. The experience, I call it divine later on when I realized it.
Okay.
Because when I met my spiritual master for the first time, he had come to the temple and I saw a lot of people surrounding a man in saffron. And with the crowd, he went into the temple hall. He came out with a flower in his hand. That Guru Maharaj got it from the altar,
Okay.
So from the altar, from the deities, usually the pujaris, they give a flower to the visiting dignitary, a garland or a flower. So they must have garlanded him and given a flower from Krishna's lotus feet to him. And when he came out of the temple hall, I was standing there was a small temple in Punjabi Bagh at that time, and I was visiting that. And there he had come. So I was standing at the gates, he was supposed to turn right and go to the hall to give a lecture. But he came directly towards me. He gave the flower in my hand.
Really?
And he looked into my eyes, gave the flower. I didn't know who he is. I just accepted the flower. People were bowing down to him, but I didn't know. And there was no time for me even. I was so like stunned. He just gave the flower to me, looked at me. Without a word, he turned and he went back into the hall to give the class, the lecture. I was standing there and I came home. I took the flower and came home. And the very next day, I was not in the temple. My husband had gone in the morning. We used to go early morning as well. So that being Sunday, my kids were, this is Saturday night, and Sunday morning my kids were at home. So he went and I was at home only. And then he calls me up from the temple. He met Guru Maharaj there. Somebody introduced him said this is a sannyasi from ISKCON. So he was introduced to Guru Maharaj. And then Guru Maharaj said, he told him that my husband said that my wife also chants. And he said, I would like to meet your wife. And then my husband calls me up and I first refused that I can't come so quickly. He said, just come over to the temple. I said, I can't. I'm not ready. And he told Guru Maharaj that you can meet her some other time because it's very difficult for her to come now. But then she will take around about half an hour if you really want to see her. Guru Maharaj says, okay, I'll wait for her. He was supposed to leave for the East of Kailash temple. But then he waited. And then within 15-20 minutes, I reached the temple. I sat with him for like 45 minutes. And then Guru Maharaj, I spoke to him, told my queries. I was talking to him. And that was the day when I met him. And then I never left him. Then it was me and my husband, myself, and he always, whenever he was in Delhi, we were there. We were attending all his lectures, all his classes, giving service, taking him around, because Guru Maharaj was very, very simple. He never kept a car for himself. Though you see, ISKCON is so elaborate, everybody says it's so glamorous. But he never had a car to himself. Later in the years, like 2010-11, when his health was not that good, then everybody advised him. The devotees said, no, Maharaj, you should have a car for yourself. You have to go to doctors and all that. And then he agreed. But then earlier, it was the service we Grastas used to take the service of taking him around. Especially, he would never sit with a female driver and not a female in the car also. But I was the exclusive. He took me as his daughter always. And he never refused anything to me in my life. Never.
So beautiful.
I was always, and a guru has to be, one thing I should add, who the guru should be Pramanik. Pramanik means bona fide. He comes from a parampara. He comes from disciplic succession. And the parampara starts from Krishna himself. And he is in that parampara. So Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada is in that parampara. So Guru is Pramanik and Mansa Vacho Vegam. He has control over his mind. He has control over his anger. He has control over his genitals. He is a Goswami in a real sense, not the surname only Goswami. He is a Goswami. Go means the senses, Swami means owner. So he owns his senses, he controls his senses. So that is, and Guru Maharaj was like that. He knew so many languages, he was highly qualified. He was, in 1968, he was earning 1 lakh per month in US at that time. And then he left everything and he became a sannyasi. He came full-time to the temple, served Srila Prabhupada, and then he became a sannyasi. He took sannyas.
He left such a fascinating job for the sannyas. It's a very big deed.
Yeah, he renunciated everything. His family life, his parents, his mother, his sisters. He left his home, and he was in the temple, and his rooms, if you will see, they were very small room and a basic room with basic amenities and nothing grand.
So living an austere life.
Yeah, very austere. Every day morning at 3:30 he would be up, whether he sleeps by 12, 11:30 or so, and he would be doing the Mangalarti, then his deity worship, then traveling the world, preaching. He made hundreds of temples, 22 temples in Delhi itself, and many, many temples all over the world and in northern India. He was the GBC. He translated Srila Prabhupada's books in more than 18 languages. He got them translated.
Really?
Yes. And he was the pioneer in the book Marathon as well. We distribute Bhagavad Gitas in the month of Moksha Ekadashi. That's now we have started it. So his zones would come first always. So it was millions of Bhagavad Gitas would be distributed under his guidance. And he had initiated thousands of devotees. He has thousands of disciples. But he was very humble, very simple, very austere.
Listening to this divine experience of yours, I can say when Krishna is about to awake the Krishna's consciousness within you, he sends Guru into your life. And the Guru, it spots you. It's like within the crowd of hundreds or millions of people, your Guru can straight away spot you and can bless you with their grace. Absolutely beautiful, ma'am.
That's it. Guru Maharaj was that soul. He just left in 2024, 5th of May. But then in his Vani, in his instructions, he is always there with us. And we don't look for cheap miracles, but they keep on happening in the life.
So what sort of miracles are they?
You see, when I was doing, I'm a preacher. My Guru Maharaj only told me, he said, I want you to be a preacher. That's my order, that's my order, that's my order, he said. And then I started preaching. He told me, I want you to be an international preacher. So I started traveling. And it is not that people think, oh, ISKCON is very glamorous, like somebody will come and give me a ticket and say, go to London, go to America, go to Canada. It's not that. You have to endeavor on your own.
Yes.
So I always wanted to fulfill all the desires of my Guru Maharaj. Because if you fulfill the instructions given to you by your spiritual master, then only you will get actually Krishna's mercy. So, Guru Seve Te Thakur Jane. I had these in my mind, these lines. So those who serve the spiritual master, then only they'll actually go back to Godhead. They will get the access to Krishna. So I wanted to serve him. I wanted to serve each and every word, whatever he said. I had to do it. And it happened in my life. Many things happened. I became a poet. I wrote poetry. I wrote a poem and I showed it to Guru Maharaj, and then he says, the poem was, What is Death? I wrote it and he said 100 out of 100. It's very good. He wrote it on that piece of paper. And he said, one day publish all your devotional poems.
I would like to listen a few lines of it because I am already, feeling it's like so many persons quote death as it's scary.
No.
But what actually death is it beautiful?
I wrote it, the death, is it the beginning or an end? So the conclusion is death is the beginning, it's not an end. So death is actually the only way to meet Krishna. So for devotees, death is divine. So the lines, in fact, I would read it to you the next time because I'll have to go for it.
Yes.
So there was, the first poem actually I wrote was, death was my second. The first was the Guru.
Guru.
When it was Guru Maharaj's birthday, his Vyasa Puja. So year it was 99. And then I wrote a poem. It came from my heart. I don't know. I wrote it and I took it. I had not read the Bhagavad Gita also at that time fully. Like read is something and study is something. So, but the words I put it in the poem were appreciated all over. And I don't know how they came, how I could put them on the paper. So the Guru is the light that shows us the path that is right. So these words, rhyming words, they kept on coming, the rhyming lines, and I wrote the poem. And I took it and offered it to Guru Maharaj on his birthday. And Guru can read your mind. He knows your mind. He can enter your heart. He knows it all. I just offered the poem to him and he said, give her the mic and tell her to read it. It was thousands of people sitting there. And it was my first ever attending that ceremony in my life. And I thought, how does he have the trust in me that he gives the mic to me and he says he hasn't read the poem what I have written, but he's telling me to read it to the whole crowd. And I read it. And since that day, it became like every Vyasa Puja, every birthday of Guru Maharaj, it was known fact that Radhika Krpa will read a poem on the stage for him.
Absolutely beautiful. So these words, just a few words that you just uttered, it vindicated your devotion towards the Guru Maharaj. So that I can see that in your eyes, and I'm sure my audience is also able to see that in your eyes. The sort of devotion that you carry for your Guru is so divine.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, we were just discussing about the Guru, Gopal Krishnaswamy Maharaj, and a sudden question, it emerged from within, and I'm sure the audience would also be, having such questions in their mind. That what actually increases the patrata to have the divine consciousness and to have the Krishna consciousness within when the Supreme Lord is about to appear into your life. So does your Guru, our Guru, give us that patrata, give us that eligibility that now we are able to attain the Krishna consciousness?
Yeah, because without the Guru, there is no gati. Without the spiritual master, one cannot actually even get the access to to Krishna.
Beautiful.
So the access Krishna to Supreme Lord, Guru has got the key to that door. So he opens up that door for you, provided you surrender. You surrender to his instructions. And his instructions are non-different to what Krishna is asking. What Gita says, the Bhagavad Gita is actually the words of Krishna. So what Bhagavad Gita says, his words are not different to that. They are aligned to it. So to know a real Guru, you can understand that. It is Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. You have heard from the Guru, you inquire from a Sadhu, and Sadhu means those who are doing the sadhana.
Yes.
And then you read it for yourself in the scripture. If they are aligned, there is equal to, you're on the right track. So for me, it was that I felt, yes, I'm on the right track. Once you feel your faith becomes strong. Unless your faith is strong, you can't become the patra or become eligible. So the spiritual world is, Krishna says here, first you believe and then I'll show you. The material world or the scientific world is, first you believe it and you say first you show it and then I believe it. But it's reverse here. First you believe it and then it's revealed to you. So how you become eligible for, the Krishna says, Ye yatha maam prapadante tastevam bhajamayam. He says clearly in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the amount of your surrender will be reciprocated with the same degree of my love to you. That is there, the degree is going to be same. You surrender 10%, you find me 10% in your life. You surrender 100%, you find me 100% in your life. So who gives you this knowledge? It's Guru who brings this knowledge to you. He reveals it to you. One cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita without the spiritual master. Because then this knowledge cannot be studied. It's revealed. It's there. It's there in the book form. Like I'm carrying this Bhagavad Gita with me. It's there in the book form. Millions and millions will read it. They will touch it and become purified. Yes, you become purified. Then the Guru enters your life. Then everything will be revealed to you. Because Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita himself. Tesham ivanu kampartam aham agyanam jamtama nashyami atmabhasto jnana deepena bhasvata. He says, I reveal the knowledge in your hearts. It eliminates your heart. So, but by mercy. Tesham ivanu kampartam. Kampartam means my kripa. So, kripa, with my mercy, this knowledge will reveal in your heart. And all the ignorance will go away. But when will you get the mercy? When you will remember me all the time. And then, how do you remember me? With the mercy of the spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. Go and search for a spiritual master. Go to him and ask the question with the surrender, with the bhava of surrender, with not challenging mode, but in surrender. So when you surrender, it's not just saying surrender, surrender. Surrender should be when you really take the shelter, when you work with the intelligence, with the words, following the instructions, with the words of the spiritual master. And when your faith is strong, then the rest things will fall in place.
So we can say, in order to surrender, one should get devoted with mind, body and soul towards the Guru in order to attain the higher consciousness, the Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Krishna says, Mansa Vacha Karmana. Surrender with mind, Vani and the karmas. So work for me, give your mind to me, speak about me. So that is how the Goswamis, they surrender. That is why the Guru Maharaj used to, and Srila Prabhupada, all the sannyasis in our lineage, they carry a 3 danda. They are called 3 dandi sannyasis. They are 3 dandi because they are 3 dandas. That is 3. There is the jod hai na, the joins in the danda. There are 3. So mansa, vacha, karmana. They have surrendered with all 3. So that is how it is. One should actually surrender this way. The surrender comes through love, and the love actually means that totally you are into, when you are in love, you try to serve that person fully. So that is how one surrenders with love. It is. Surrender cannot be at gunpoint. That is no surrender.
So it's mansa vacha karmana that you have to surrender.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I would like to know something for my audience. Like, in day-to-day life, you go to office. You yourself has been a very successful fashion designer, and you were already there in the work culture. You were very much accustomed to it. And in our everyday life, we see so much chaos. We see work-life balance is not there. And if we, just adjoin it with the divinity, with the spiritualism, in order to attain Krishna consciousness. So, how can it be done that we can maintain an equilibrium and we can devote ourselves to the Supreme Lord by mansa, vacha and karmana?
Sure, one can do that. We call it bhakti yoga. So yoga means connection. Yoga means join in, connection, connected. So you have not to leave anything. Bhakti yoga means you just have to add Krishna. That's only addition, no subtractions. So you may be doing whatever you are doing, in whatever job, whatever business, whatever field you are. You're a student, a housewife, working, wherever. You just have to add Krishna in your life. Like, you see, everybody cannot be enlightened like that. It's there that we can't all be like Guru Maharaj. You have actually to try hard to be enlightened sometimes. You need to be cleansed. So how does that happen? So that is how, when it is that you add Krishna in your life. So you're working, you're doing everything, whatever, like you're outside home, you're inside home, wherever you are. You just add Krishna in your life. So addition comes when you start chanting this holy name. Because Kali Kevala Namadhara. In Kali Yuga, it's only the holy name that is going to take us back.
Yes.
So those who chant will get purified. So first step is getting purification. The more purified you are, more understanding will come. The more purified you are, more Bhagavad Gita and the words of wisdom will go into your mind, They will settle down with you. So that is how it is. You first clarify, all the doubts will get clarified. The more knowledge comes, the doubts clarified. So this happens just by chanting the holy name. So you join in, chant the holy name, and then you sit in the association of devotees. Your faith will become strong, because the faith is going to actually dwindle all the time. The moment your friends in material world will pull you, oh, what are you doing? Why are you chanting? You are not that old. So you will leave the beads aside and say, oh, I'm no more, like everybody thinks I've gone mad or this, and then your faith goes away. But how does your faith remains? When you actually associate with the like-minded people more.
Yes.
So that is there. Jaisa sang vaisa rang. So more you take the association of material world, the more you will go in deeper in there. More you take the association of the spiritual personalities, you go more into deeper into that. So you have to choose now where you find satisfaction. Of course, that's the spiritual world. So the more you associate with them, more that is, you're adding Krishna in your life. So Krishna sees this, your efforts. He is actually taking a note of all your efforts. That's why Krishna said, I am residing in your heart. I'm not very far. I know you from your heart. Because in your heart, what's happening, only you know.
Yes.
And the other person is Krishna. He knows. So you can't bluff him. You can't fool him. So he knows. That's why he had to say, I'm in your heart. Don't forget that. So he's there. So whatever intentions you have, whatever intuitions you have, he knows everything in there. And if they are very sincere, you sincerely want him, he's gonna give you the intelligence. So he will help you. So for a neophyte even, those who really want spirituality in their life, they should chant, they should add, make additions, bring Krishna in their lives. And then you see, gradually your life will become very beautiful. Because you have what are you going to attain? A calm mind, a composed mind, decisions. Everybody has to make decisions all the time. Every day, in a day, you make hundreds of decisions. So how will you make the right decisions? When you have a calm mind, the decisions will be perfect. So when you have the perfect personality, Krishna in your life, the divine power in you, with you, so he's protecting you, he's protecting your decisions. He'll help you. So that happens. And then you will feel all those things happening with you. All those small, small miracles will happen with you. You will see his hand everywhere then. Provided you prepare the ground for that.
So as Her Grace just said, that in order to be divine, in order to attain the Krishna consciousness, in order to have Krishna in your life, you should associate with the like-minded people and who really support you, and that will help you in enriching your spiritual journey and in spiritual growth. Ma'am, we were just discussing about the chanting in order to attain Krishna consciousness and the Supreme Lord. So, does it nullifies the negative karmas from our life?
Yes. You see, the negative karmas, what we have done in previous births, sins, that is the negative. That brings a result, that's negative. The pain, the suffering, the grief, this is all due to because the negativity that has come into your life because of the sins you committed. Aape bijo, aape khavo. You sowed it, you're going to reap it. So whatever you did, you're going to now take it back. So chanting, what does chanting does? It helps you, it makes you so strong. The result that was coming to you like a thunderbolt will now become a mustard seed. You will not feel the pain because you have taken Krishna into your lives. The more we chant, more we purify our hearts. And when we purify our heart, then it is that we understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead more and more, the surrender comes. So chanting is the one that purifies us and it makes us strong. It protects us from all the pain and gain, as I said, from any pain that comes in our life, because pain is bound to come. And if pain is there, Krishna says, agar aaj dukh hai to kal sukh bhi aayega.
Yes.
So we get involved too much in the sukh also sometimes and we forget Krishna. So he says, when you are chanting, I keep you in the balance of that. You will never get carried away, either by the pain or by the gain. So you will remain equipoised in all the situations. That's what chanting does. That keeps the connection with the Supreme Lord. Srila Prabhupada says, this is actually the crying of a child for his mother. So when you chant, it's like you're crying for Krishna. You're crying for the Lord. And this is the connection. And he very beautifully, he once said in his lecture, this is actually the telephone number for Krishna. So you dial this number and he's ready to pick up the phone. Unless you dial it, he will not pick it up. So first you have to dial. You have to put an effort. So you dial the number and he's ready to pick up. So chanting is actually the dialing of the number for the Supreme Lord.
So, ma'am, when talking about Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, so does it happen that Krishna consciousness comes to those, or the divine blessings of Krishna come to those who are actually, destined to have it, or the chosen ones, if I say in short? Or does it come to that sort of a person who is actually ready to accept the divine blessings?
Both ways it's the same, Your eligibility. Krishna word means all attractive. He attracts everyone. But those who really get attracted and surrender, they are going to reach to him. So your destiny is in your hands. The destiny is whether you want to go back to Godhead or you want to actually suffer here in this material world again and again. So those who really understand, they really try to go back. So Krishna appears in their lives as your effort. It's per your effort, per your surrender. He clearly says the percentage is given. He's so clear in his, the principles and the fundas, that any person who is really inclined in spiritual world, inclined towards that, they will understand that they have to. Gurbani says again, "Jis Thakur seo nahi chara, tako kijiye sad namaskara." There is no chara without him. You have no other option. It's not KBC that you have all the options here. There is only one option, and that option is He, the Supreme Lord. My Guru Maharaj used to say often in his lectures that there are millions of diseases. You have this problem, that problem, you have distractions, you have a sinful life. The solution is, medicine is only one. That's chanting the holy name. That's the medicine.
So, talking about karmana, I believe I have read so many comments of my audience, and this question often arises within them, that are karma fixed? Are the karmas fixed, or you can do it as per your own preference and you can change the destiny through your karmas, or the divine blessings can change your destiny?
Yes. This is a question. It's a complete, one can speak hours and hours on that. But concisely, karmas can be changed. There are 5 things in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita speaks of 5 things. Krishna speaks first about himself. Secondly, he speaks about the Jeev Tattva, the soul. Third, he speaks about time. He says Kal. Fourth, he speaks about modes of material nature. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamogun. 4 things, these are eternal. Nobody can change them. Nobody can kill them. Nobody can take them away. Krishna will remain. The Supreme Lord will remain always.
Yes.
The soul will remain always.
Yes.
Time, samay ka chakra hamesha chalega. It will remain. Modes of material nature will remain always. The 5th thing is karma. Karma is not eternal. Karma can be changed. So it is not destined that you will be doing this. The karma is not fixed for you. Krishna has given a little independence to every jiva. That independence, if misused, will take us away from him. So it's your karma. It will become your karma. So what to do, what karma to do, what one should do, because karma means action. Nobody can actually refrain from action. Everybody has to perform some action or the other. So what action one should do, that is what karma one should do. That one has to learn from Bhagavad Gita. That is the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. What one should do. Krishna tells Arjuna, give me your mind and intelligence and fight. Do your karma. This is your prescribed duty. You are a Kshatriya. Perform your duty. But that duty will not bound you if you give your mind and intelligence to me. That is, you work with my intelligence and my mind. What I'm saying, do that. And now Krishna in Bhagavad Gita never says to Arjuna, surrender to me on gunpoint. He's not saying that. He says, Yatha itsi tatha kuru. I've explained you the Gita. I've explained you. Gita is the Geet. He's singing the celestial song. He says, I've given you everything in this song. I told you, if you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that will happen. The results will be that. Now, it is your choice what you do. Yatha itsi tatha kuru. So, it's your desire now. What do you do? So, that's why He has given us everything. He gave the Bhagavad Gita to us, the manual. He gave the acharyas to us. He gave the gurus to us. Now, it is our understanding what we do. Whether we want to go back to Him or whether we want to go back into reincarnation, become again a cat or a dog and a mouse and a lizard and come back to this world. So, it is our choice. So, we've got a human form. The human form is meant for Bhai Prapat Manak Deheriya, Govind Milan ki e teri bariya, Avar kaj kite na kam mila sad sangat baj kebala naam. So you've got a human form of life, Bhai Prapat. You achieved it, you got it, Prapt hui hai. You got this human form of life. Now there is the golden chance to meet Govinda. Because only in the human form you can meet Him. So the karmas that take us to Krishna, the karmas done for Him are going to be the karmas that will not bind us. Rest anything done is going to bind us, bondage. So if you want to be free, that's why we say mukti. Mukti means liberated. If you want to be free from those karmas, then what one should do? What kind of a karma one should do? One should actually do the karmas that are offered to Krishna. That will not bind you. So, Bhai Prapat Manak Deheriya, Govinda Milan ki e teri bariya. Now is the golden chance to meet Govinda in this human form. Avar kaj kite na kam. Rest all the work that you will do in this world will be of no use at the time of death. You will leave everything behind. Nothing will go with you. So, what is the need? Yes, those karmas you will say, of course, we have to do. We have to earn a living. So, just to keep your body and soul together, that much one should work with honesty and sincerity.
Ma'am, talking about the Jivatma, you just quoted Jivatma, the soul. In Gita, it's said that like the body changes the clothes, the soul changes the body, and it can't be born, it's eternal. What it is actually, are we the soul, not the body?
Yeah, that's a very nice question again. The Jivatma, the soul. Soul, vasansi jirnani, Krishna says. As the clothes get dirty, you remove them, change them. Likewise, when you get old, the body, you leave this body. So, right now, who is speaking? That's your consciousness is there. Who is there? That's the soul is there. If the soul is not there, no consciousness. And a dead person, people doesn't want to touch a dead body. The moment, till you're alive, people are very nice with you. The moment you leave this body, it says in the Gurbani, even the wife who is very dear to her husband says, Pret kar bhagi. She even doesn't want to touch. She doesn't want to be alone in the room with a dead man, dead husband. The husband whom she clinged when he was alive, after death, she doesn't want to be there in the same room alone. She feels scared. She says, Pret kar bhagi. So this is how it is. The Atma is so important. The soul is so important. And we neglect the soul. We take care of the body so much. We go to the aesthetic doctors, we go to the beauty parlors, we actually have the best of the best things, best brands on our body. We want to actually take care of our body so much, we forget the soul. If you have, I give an example sometimes, if you have a cage, a beautiful cage, and there's a parrot inside, and you polish the cage every day, you have beautiful semi-precious stones on the cage, and you really have a gold-plated cage, you really clean it, make it glow every day, and don't feed this parrot. What will happen? The parrot will die one day. So the soul never dies, but the spiritual death happens. Atmik maut ho jati hai. The Gurbani says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Be careful. Never ever let the spiritual death come to you. So the soul has to be taken care of. The food for the soul is the holy name. The food for the body is cooked in the kitchen, and we eat it and we become healthy. But where to get the food for the soul? The food for the soul is with the Guru and the Acharyas. They give you the holy name, they grant you the name, because that Krishna is in their hands. Krishna has sent them, and they are the representatives. They have come to give you something. Unless you become eligible to take it, how will you get it? So you actually become eligible. You become, follow what they tell you. Do that. Follow the instructions. Become pure. Austerity. Purity is the force. Without purity, nothing happens. So one has to purify in mind, purified in your vani, purified in your intentions. Everything has to be purified. So when you purify your senses, Prabhupada used to say, transform your lust into love for Krishna. We have lusty desires to enjoy this material world.
Yes.
Just transform it into love for Krishna. And then you see that is the reformation. So that happens. So this is how it is that we in this beautiful body must take care of the most beautiful soul. Soul is more important. The moment the soul leaves, we are dead.
Yes.
The soul is the consciousness. The size of the soul cannot be seen with a naked eye. It says it is the Balka Agrabhag, the front part of the hair. It's the this is 10,000 time the Agrabhag ka 1 se 10,000वां हिस्सा है वो.
It's that minute?
That minute. So you can't see it with naked eye. So, and that is so minute, and its consciousness is spread out through the whole body. We may be 5 feet 5 inches, but even the elephants who are so huge, their soul is also that tiny. And that's how powerful soul is.
Yeah, it's the powerful that the soul
And
is running.
soul is actually entrapped in this material body, and there is another subtle body in our material body also. That is made of mind, intelligence and false ego. That is the subtle body.
Really?
And the soul is entrapped in that subtle body.
So within the body of a soul there is one more body, and it's
within our body there is a subtle body. This is gross body.
Yeah.
Can be seen. The 5 elements, made of 5 elements.
Yes.
This body is dying on its own. Every moment it's dying.
Yes.
You cannot stop its dying. What it was just a moment back, it's not now. So this physical body is dying on its own. And the subtle body doesn't die. It has to be killed. Subtle body you have to really murder it. Because the soul is actually entrapped in the subtle body. Subtle soul is said to be residing in your heart, but it is entrapped. Where? In the subtle body. Subtle body is your mind, your intelligence and your false ego. This subtle body is carried into the next body. When you die, the soul takes another body. According to your karmas, according to what your actually consciousness was at the time of death. That decides your next body. So the soul carries entrapped in the mind and intelligence and false ego goes into the next body. So that is how you see when some children born in the same family, the siblings, they have different nature, both of them. So because they have brought their karmas with them. So your karmas became your sanskaras. They got embedded. So your sanskaras embedded, where did they get embedded? They got embedded in the mind. So that mind is carried into the next body. So you have to get rid of your mind if you really want to go back to Godhead.
Incredible.
Yeah, this is full science.
Yeah, it is. So ma'am, when we were discussing of the camera, it's like how beautiful death is. And for a Krishna devotee or that disciple who has attained the higher consciousness, it's a new beginning. So I would like to know for my audience that when a practitioner who does mantra chanting and follows all of the rituals and is highly devoted towards his or her guru and the Krishna, what actually happens when they attain the higher consciousness, and thus they go to Goloka? What actually happens?
Yeah. Because when you are totally surrendered and you are connected to the Supreme Lord, your consciousness remains in Supreme Lord. That's Krishna conscious. And when you leave body in Krishna conscious, then you go back to Goloka. Otherwise, one cannot enter Goloka. It's the time of the death, what you are thinking, that's going to matter. So it is like when you sleep. Like I said, a whole day you're working, at night you sleep. So you get a dream. In your subconscious level, something was troubling, it came out as a dream before you. Right? Now, it is this span, sleep is a small death. It's not a big span, it's an 8-hour span or 6 hours. So you were dead to the world at that time. And you had that subconscious level working. Likewise, the whole life and the death is again a longer sleep. So whatever you did throughout your life is going to reflect now. So that is going to make the decision for your next body. The Gurbani says there, and in the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, we see how Bharat Maharaj, he left his kingdom and became an ascetic, he became a sage, he stayed in the forest doing meditation, but suddenly he gets attached to an orphan deer, a doe, a baby deer. And he actually gets attracted to that baby deer because that baby deer loses his mother, because a hunter was actually trying to hunt that deer, and this deer, she was pregnant and she jumped and she delivered a baby and she died. So when she died, this Bharat Maharaj, who had left his kingdom and became a sage, he wanted to do meditation and go back to Godhead. He gets attracted to that baby deer. He thinks, oh, he has to take care of it now. Who will take care? Out of compassion, he takes care of that baby deer. And now, when he leaves his body, his mind was in that baby deer, and he had to take a body of a deer. So this is proven. This happens. Whatever consciousness you leave your body, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yam yam vapi smaranam. He says, Antakale, last minute of your death body, when you're leaving this world, the last minute, what you were thinking, where your consciousness was, your body is ready. The next sharir tayyar khada hai. Gurbani says the same. Yam yam vapi smaranam, because same it comes here. Antakal jo simre Lakshmi aisi chinta mein jo mare. Sarp yoni balva lautre. Govind naam na bisre meri bai. Govind naam na bisre. So it says here, don't leave the Govind naam. If you are thinking about money at the time of your death, you go into the species of a snake. Because the snakes are where? At the treasures. You find them in the treasures. So they are there. You wanted money. So now you become a snake and live in money. Antakal, there's a full verse about it. That whatever your consciousness was at the time of death, the next body is ready for you. Antakal jo simre larke aisi chinta mein jo mare sukar yoni valva lautre. At the time of death, you were thinking about your sons and daughters. Krishna puts you into the species of pigs and hog. You were worrying about your 2-3 kids. Krishna says, now have a trail of kids.
Really?
A pig walks around with a trail of kids. He has 10 to 12 kids with him. Antakal jo simre, ghar mandar aisi chinta mein jo mare. You were only thinking about the bricks and walls, a big house, a palatial house, or a small house, any kind of house you had, and your mind was always in that. And you left your body. Because nobody knows, there is actually Krishna has given this, that at the time of death, you remember me, if you want to come back to me. But I will not tell you the time of death. Nobody knows their time of death. And then Krishna says, you should remember me at the time of death. What does he mean by that? So Krishna means by this, remember me always, never forget me.
Wow.
So how do you remember him always? Of course, you will say, oh, I have to work also. I have so many things to do.
Yes.
But your consciousness, if in the morning you chant for him, that is, you chant his name, you give 10% of your 24 hours to Him in chanting and following the instructions. The rest, that means 2 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes it means. If you give just 2 hours to Krishna a day, 22 hours He will be with you. He will be in your consciousness. So, अंतकाल जो सिमरे घर मंदिर ऐसी चिंता में जो मरे प्रेत योनि वलवल उतरे. Those who actually were stuck in the 4 walls, they were thinking about these 4 walls all the time, and they never thought about Krishna. Govinda naam na bisare meri mai. So they never thought of Krishna, but they died in those walls. The next yoni will be of Pret. So Antakal jo simre Narayan Badat Trilochan. This is by Trilochan, the 7th Trilochan. He says, Antakal jo simre Narayan, aisi chinta mein jo mare, pitambar taake hriday base. So Pitambar will take divine. You. It's a matter of consciousness. So we started with the divine consciousness. Yeah. We end with the divine consciousness. It's the consciousness that matters.
So we have to remember Krishna every now and then in our everyday life. Yeah. Only then we will be able to
have Krishna conscious death.
So ma'am, any message you want to give to our audience who are actually looking forward to have a Krishna conscious life, and I hope, they can maintain a balance with their day-to-day life and also they keep remembering Krishna.
Sure. You see, a purified life, a devotional life, an austere life has to be led to actually become very nice academically, very nice in your other material world as well. If you really want to be successful in the material world, one should have the values in life. So these values are having divine with you all the time. So when you are under the protection of the divine, you have a Krishna conscious life. Plus, when you are into the Krishna consciousness, then what happens? Your material world also becomes a happier place to live in, a more sensible place to live in, and where you make the right decisions. So right decision making is the actually crux of life. So right decisions, how you make it? When you are Krishna conscious, when you have the divine with you all the time. And that happens when you lead a spiritual life, an austere life. So chanting of the holy name will make you austere, make you purify your mind. It will help you to become more strong in your day-to-day life, to face the difficulties of life. Arjuna was doing his duties. And that's how Krishna trained him. He made him so powerful that he could actually win the battle in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So that is how it is. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming, joining us and taking out time from your busy schedule and gracing us with your divine presence. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you. So we can say, in order to attain the higher consciousness, in order to meet the Supreme Lord, we often get signs from the universe and we get the divine presence of such personalities. If you are getting this podcast into your playlist, or if this podcast appears in front of your eyes, that means the universe is giving signs to you that you are a divine soul and you can attain higher Krishna consciousness. Namaskar.